Knew was going. There's not as many of the video game characters. It's all kind of in the trailers.
See, at the same time, I think if they had more video game characters, it would be a little bit too much of the fan pleasing. But I mean, I thought it was just running out and it was creative and fun.
The characters are really good. It's a good story. It's very. I think everybody's had this idea at some point, just where all their favorite video game characters can swipe and talk and go, and so it's just great to see that happen. I would like maybe a little more, like maybe at the end all the characters come in the climax or something, like wouldn't that be cool? But maybe for a sequel. But no, the character's really good. Story's really good. It is a really good movie.
I was going to go see it last night with the awesome Team 4-Star and pals and Micky, but unfortunately I was really hungry after the panel last night, really tired, so I haven't seen it yet, but I hear it's good, so.
Yeah, why don't you pick the next one?
Oh, okay. Micky hasn't picked it. Actually, no, I'm gonna pick the next person. I'm gonna pick the next person.
Yeah.
Second Doctor? Second or first?
Second.
Good.
Actually, I have a question for Doug. Two questions. One, when it actually is finished and released, will you do a review of the Angry Video Game Nerd movie?
Oh, we talked about that. Will I do a review of the Video Game Nerd movie? If he's cool with it, which I'm sure he would be. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. And what's yours?
And my other question is, when can we look forward to a review of using any of your characters of Wreck-It Ralph?
I just filmed it this way. Well, actually, you saw me film a little bit of it. So this coming week, that'll be up. So cool. Go ahead and pick someone, Micky.
Blue shirt right there.
Okay, all the questions are really good. I thought well good up. I just have one question for you, Doug. What about Boomer?
I didn't like Boomer. I thought he overacted too much.
I didn't believe his woof. It felt more like a bark. I want to figure out what to.
Okay, she had her hand up for a while.
White shirt? Yeah.
You. Sorry. This is a question for all three of you. Have any of you ever seen the movie Teeth?
No, and I'm not going to.
Second that.
Who doesn't like a movie where vaginas can bite your dick off? I'm sorry. It was great. I love it.
Yeah, vagina dentata.
Yeah.
Let's do far right over there. Yeah.
You.
Yeah. Of course.
I've maybe read one comic book my entire life, but I've always wanted to get into them. If you had to recommend starter comics for someone who's never read
I'm going to say the exact same thing I said at the beginning of that comic recommendations list, which I'll make a new version of. There is no starting point to getting into comics. There is no catch-all, this is how you get into it, unfortunately. I really wish there was, but Stan Lee put this best. Every comic is someone's first. So the best recommendation I can give is go into a comic book shop, ask the people in charge, assuming that the people in charge aren't assholes, what they would recommend for you to read. And just look through the shelves for like trade paperbacks. See, find something that you think looks good and give it a shot.
A really good one is the Civil War series with Diesel.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. That one's horrible.
Civil War is pretty good, and
If you want, like, okay, here's some general ideas. Watchmen, of course, Watchmen is, of course, considered the greatest comic of all time, the Citizen Kane of comics. I always like the Sandman if you're into horror and fantasy. Walking Dead if you're into zombie apocalypse stuff.
Black Panther.
Transmetropolitan if you like
Black Panther.
politics and diarrhea guns.
What about Barack the Barbarian?
No. Let's do Terminator.
If you could choose to do another top 11, which one would you do?
I love to do one. Rolf did one. It's one of my favorite top 11 lists because it's so surreal and nonsensical. It was the top 11 scenes that have nothing to do when the Frankenstein monster threw the little girl into the pond. And it's just like this scene from Son of the Mask. You see him jumping around, acting weird. Some people might think there's a connection, but there isn't. And it just is the most pointless top 11 list, and I really love that. I love to do one that is just so nonsensical and just doesn't connect to anything. So I don't know.
Would you consider?
I'll get back to you on it. Let's see. Let's do yellow sock hand.
So, this is more like a broader question. What kind of advice would you give to somebody who wants to go review things on the internet?
Don't.
Well,
It's taken.
my general advice is always, even if you aren't funny, be entertaining. Engage the audience. If you have passion for a subject, let it come through. If you look at my early videos, you notice I speak very quietly, and half of my face is covered up, and I'm not sure what I'm saying. No, be energized. Grab the audience and hold on to them, because if you're energized, they're energized. If you care about it, they will care about it.
I would say a really good advice would be quality is a really. I mean, I like just take the time to really take a look at what you're doing, writing, editing, filming, audio, things like that. It's all very important. But if you can't do something like if you can't edit, try to find someone you can edit with you. Collaborating is very fun, very great to make some friends. So see if you can get a group together and do some reviews. It's fun.
I'd also say that a good way to get noticed is try to look at stuff that people are already Googling and already looking up, and that they're going to continue to look up. Sometimes the zeitgeist is good, it's helped me out early on, but if you look up stuff that people are always going to be looking up, like people are always going to be looking up Star Wars or whatever, Doctor Who or Lord of the Rings or whatever, if you can do something that you know is always going to have a loyal fan base, sometimes that'll help. But obviously, do original material, obviously, don't just show the movie. But yeah.
I think sometimes you need to do the same thing that someone else is doing right now.